Reloading last working project on startup is missing on the iPad. Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm Daniel. On this channel, it's all about DaVinci Resolve and Final Cut Pro on the iPad. And in this video, I want to show you what actually happened with this setting, reload last working project on startup. So since the update 20.2, they also announced that they changed some of the settings UI. And if we look at the desktop version and open the preference settings menu here on the user, and then also here under UI settings, we have a setting called Reload Last Working Project on Startup. And if I do the same here on the iPad now, number one, the first we notice is that some of the system settings, we don't have all of them anymore. So for example, here memory and GPU is not inside anymore, which is kind of sad because I made a video here on my channel where I showed you that you can even change the memory that is allocated to Fusion and even here to DaVinci Resolve. Now we can't change that on the iPad anymore. I don't know if they will stay like this, but they changed that. Maybe the setting never made an impact. It could be, I don't really know. But if you go to user and here on the UI settings, the top one is now missing. It is not reload last working project on startup. So what can you do? So first of all, I wanted to address that there are some changes since the last update. And number two, if you don't know how to open the preference menu, so if you watch this in the future, because we are on the corner to get iPadOS 26. With iPadOS 26, we will have the menu bar on the top. So I don't have the beta version, so only people who have already the beta version of that software can already access the menu bar on the top. But if you watch in the future and you want to do now the same, you can just simply go to the menu bar and then you go to DaVinci Resolve and you can just open preference. If you're still in today, like when I'm making this video and publish it, you still have to come to the shortcuts menu first. Option, Command, and K. Open the shortcuts menu. And when you look here, Application, DaVinci Resolve, that's, for example, the drop-down menu. So everything here is the drop-down menu, and you have to give a shortcut here to preference. I gave it a shortcut 0. So now when I'm in the app, I can hit 0, and it opens the additional preference menu. Don't be confused if you open this one here, that's the project settings. So that's not the same settings as the global settings that we can open here for DaVinci Resolve. But no worries. Reload last working project on startup is only moved. Actually, this is something that moved already a couple of versions before, so you don't change that here anymore. And I show you how you can change this. You have to come to the iPad settings. So I come here, iPad, and I search for DaVinci Resolve, DaVinci. So and I open this one here, and you see here that we have a couple of settings, like for example, the language, and also, and by the way, you have to change. Is it that one or that one? I forgot. One of those is the actual language for the software. I think this one, language English. So you have to change that one if you, for example, want to do it in Spanish or German or whatever language you want your DaVinci Resolve. You can do that here. And then here, reload last working project. This one is enabled. And I think, I don't know when, since a year or so, this was enabled, or maybe I just kept it on enabled. But it could be that if you install DaVinci Resolve now, that this one is not automatically enabled. This will just save you a lot of time, because when you close DaVinci Resolve and then you reopen, like let's do this together. I close DaVinci Resolve and I reopen DaVinci Resolve, it will actually load my last opened project. So it will immediately open this one and I can continue working in that project if I like. This is how you can change it so that you can still open the last project. I hope you learned something. If yes, hit like, subscribe. And if you want a starter pack for DaVinci Resolve on the iPad, because I created a starter pack for DaVinci Resolve, not talking about my masterclass, I have a complete masterclass if you actually want to learn everything about DaVinci Resolve, color page, everything. No other online course has all of these videos that we now collected over the last 2 years. But for beginners and also for a lower price point, I have a starter pack where you have a couple of different packs, like transition packs, titles packs, where you have LUTs pack in it. And there's also a beginner 7-day challenge for beginners who want to start with DaVinci Resolve, where you can just watch one video every day, and in 7 days you create your first simple video and you can follow along. Definitely check that one out. A link is in the description and also in the pinned post. And we see us in the next video. I'm Daniel. See you soon. Bye.